YouTube series, Making a Difference One Experiment at a Time. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today we have a very special guest, my friend and Girl Scout sister, Katie. So welcome, thank you for joining us today. So what experiment are we doing today, Katie?
Today we're making lava lamps.
Woo! What do we need for lava lamps?
Okay, so we'll need water, which we'll get in a second, a clear plastic bottle, some vegetable oil, an Alka-Seltzer tablet right here, and then food coloring.
Woo! And for food coloring, we're going to use only one of the colors. So pick your favorite color, and that's one you can use. Alright guys, so the first thing we want to do is to fill our bottle a quarter of the way full. And next, Katie is going to pour our oil into our bottle all the way up to the top, almost all the way full. So let's see guys, no pressure.
You can get a funnel if you have one at home.
Yeah, funnels are really good for pouring to make sure you don't spill. And see like what she's doing right now, she's pouring it all the way up to the top or until my oil runs out, whichever one happens first. And then Katie, why does the oil and water separate?
Okay, so we can see if we let it sit for a little bit, the oil and the water are going to clearly separate into two layers. So it's because the water and the water molecules are more attracted to themselves and the oil molecules are more attracted to themselves. So instead of mixing, they'll just separate. And then when we let it sit, the oil's going to float up to the top. You can kind of see already here. Mm-hmm. And that's because oil is less dense than water, so it'll float up to the top.
Yep, that is right. And now we have our next step where we get to add our food coloring. So what color do you want, Katie?
You know I love pink.
Yes, me too. Okay, so Katie's going to add like about 8 drops.
Just squeeze it.
Oh yeah, you just have to take the lid off.
Okay, cool.
I know, these are like...
Remember to take the lids off, kids.
Good thing.
Before
Yeah,
you
they're like really... There you go.
I got it. Okay.
Okay, and you also want your lid handy. So she's going to add 8 drops.
Let's drop it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Woo!
What's our next step?
Well, Katie, that's a great question. I'm glad you asked. We have our Alka-Seltzer tablet. So in the one I have, there are 2 little tablets. You only need one for right now. And you want to break it into like 5 or 6 little pieces because we only want to add a little bit into our bottle at a time or else it'll like blow the cap off when we add the cap back on. So Katie, do you want to add our first piece?
Yes.
Okay guys, so we're adding our first piece and then we're going to quickly close our lid and then we get to watch the magic happen. So you see the food coloring is starting to rise because of the Alka-Seltzer that we added. We gotta give it a little more time to like start working. And now the food coloring blobs are falling back down through the oil layer. So cool, right guys?
Just like your lava lamp at home.
Yeah, you just made your very own lava lamp. So proud. And you guys can keep adding more Alka-Seltzer tablet. Like as the fizz kind of dies down, you can keep adding more. You just don't want to add like a whole one at one time or else the cap will blow off. Alright guys, so something also really cool. So if you happen to run out of Alka-Seltzer for some sad reason, you can make a natural lava lamp by shaking the bottle a couple times and then allowing the lava lamp to settle. So you'll see the oil layer and the water layer that Katie was talking about earlier starting to form back and like you kind of have the little lava lamp essence still there even though you don't have any Alka-Seltzer in it. So Katie, what's like the science behind this? How did we make our lava lamp?
Okay. So when we break up the Alka-Seltzer and we put it in, the Alka-Seltzer releases a little bit of carbon dioxide gas as it like just falls into the solution, and then so the gas will catch some like of the food dyed water, and then it'll bring it up to the top, and that's what makes our little fizz. But then when the gas reaches the surface, it'll escape the water or the liquid. And then the water will fall back down, and that's how we get our little like color.
A little blobs floating.
Yeah, our little blobs like rising and falling. That's how it works.
Yeah, and you probably saw that the Alka-Seltzer was really fizzy. This is because Alka-Seltzer has citric acid and baking soda in it. And because baking soda is a base and citric acid is an acid, and those two are opposites, they react together and form the fizz that we saw and release the carbon dioxide gas that Katie was talking about. Hi guys, so thank you so much for joining us for this edition of Making a Difference One Experiment at a Time.